One of my favorite things about this episode was the fact that I got to put my genealogical hat on. I dug into sites like Ancestry.com for wills and inventories and estates. But because I wanted to make sure that the sources that I provide and the paid PDFs that I make available were not behind a paywall, I dug into places like the Library of Congress, HathiTrust, and Google Books for those same sources and made them available. It is so fascinating to see the control measures that we use today, like our modern dog wardens, that were already happening in colonial America. Well, I should say the colonial period. It really wasn't America yet. The why might be different because most of us do not have sheep that are wandering around that we need to protect. But the need to protect the public from dog owners remains the same. Seeing dogs mentioned in wills, diaries, and newspapers shows they were moving closer to man, even if they weren't always coming inside yet. And laws meant that just like people, dogs were being subjected to a social order. The research on rabies is heartbreaking, like anything that has to do with disease, death, dying. It wasn't just a tragedy for the dogs. It was such a tragedy for society that did not understand what was going on. That had to be terrifying. It's just like today when we don't understand a disease and the how or the why. And then I also saw the two sides of the coin with those cure ads. And those cure ads are in one of the shorts that I produced. In my research, and a lot of research I do on genealogy too, I see so many ads for cures from people with no training, no medical training, no training at all. And a lot of times you got to think those people are nothing but quacks out for a quick buck. But there had to have been a small minority that genuinely wanted to help. So, looking ahead to episode 4, we're moving past colonial America and the birth of our nation into the early 1800s and westward expansion. Before the rails were laid, man and dog actually moved backwards in a way, back into rugged, unsettled territory. And this episode covers some eerily familiar territory for us. We loved putting it together for you, and we look forward to seeing you there.